Yeah, we can pick up where we left off. Yeah, yeah.
And we have a lot of stuff, a lot. But we're friends outside of YouTube, so we don't let YouTube define our friendship because it's gone beyond that.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Oh, I love you, bitch.
What do you? I love you too, bitch. What are you playing?
I'm gonna play that girl. She said she has an older video up, so I'm gonna go play it. Hold on.
Okay.
You don't have any produced videos, right? Oh no, you do.
Well, just the one we're just like
Oh,
today
you're
and all that.
right.
Shit, it's nothing to be playing though, because it
Yeah.
ain't. You know what I mean? It's just
Yeah.
chit chat sessions.
Hello, hello. Who's there? Just surfing the tube. Oh, you came in and you went right back out. Maybe because you forgot to go incognito. I don't know. Who really knows? Abby, stop it. What is in there? What is in there? Well, why? Why are you? Why do you keep going over there? Abby, we have someone in the chat. It's me and a tiny little white dog. What do you have to say for yourself, Abby? She is looking at me. She's looking at me, waiting for me to say something. I don't give some sort of command. I don't know. Uh, Abby. Uh, hey, hey, Kame. Hi guys, I'm in bed listening. All right, that's cool. Uh, Voodoo Queen's not here. She's out. I'm here by myself. Well, not totally by myself. I have little Abby. She is staring at me intently. I know you want me to do something. I don't know. Go make me a hamburger. She's still looking at me like tilting her head. I have no fucking idea what you're talking about. It's Saturday night here. Uh, it's a beautiful, albeit cold night. It's very cold. Um, hope you're all three of you, according to my tablet, having a good night. Oh shit. Let's see. We're up cooperative currently. Oh, Cooper, I guess. Uh, Lying on my head, all 50 plus pounds of him. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember what that was like. I had before Voodoo Queen and I got together. I had a very large dog. He wasn't allowed to sleep in the bed, but he was large enough to decide that the couch was his bed. He had no problems with that. Anyway, so have you been surfing around the tube today? I haven't been able to search much around the tube today uh, until I got home tonight. I did some, not charity work necessarily, but um, us alcoholics call it 12th step work. Um, Even though it didn't involve a person that believes that they, have a problem with alcohol. Did that, and then, there was this dude that another person from my AA group. Uh, one of his neighbors, or her neighbors, I'm sorry, uh, is a member of my group and asked me to go talk to him because he's a disabled person. And well, I'll just say it. He's got no legs and he's in a wheelchair. But he fancies himself a welder, and he's got some welding equipment. And I was really disappointed because I could not make the welding equipment that he has work. And I think it's because uh, the welding equipment that he has is cheap Chinese crap and probably blew us some, a resistor or something on the circuit board whenever it was tested, uh, to be sold. So that was disappointing. Although I could tell him everything about uh, you know, welding based on what he had in his garage, which his dad left behind years ago. Explain what it was for. He actually has a project that another friend of his asked if he could fix it. He said yes, and his dad's old Lincoln stick welding machine is sitting over in a corner of his garage, and I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with the newer bought off of eBay. So there's no refund for something that doesn't work. Obviously, he lives off of SSDI, which is Social Security Disability here in this country. He's already put $200 or 400, whatever it was, out of his pocket. He can't afford to just go buy a $1,200 welder that we know will work. But I told him, I said, I guarantee you, because I was there this evening, so the sun was going down after going and doing installing a air purifier, and another AA friend's, a friend of a friend's house. So I told him I worked till the sun went down to try to get him going, try to show him some things, but it wasn't in the cards. Uh, hey, Lady Witch, hey there. Let's see. Hey, how y'all? Yep. Hello, hello, hello. Anywho, I could hear how heartbroken he was that we couldn't make it work. He hadn't tried to make it work. um, I, we're both men. I am an actual welder. He is not. He's a dude in a wheelchair with no legs. He had never tried this machine out. He bought it off of eBay, and it doesn't work. Shocker, right? So you know, look, I took the cover off of it. I'm looking for any obvious signs of something wrong with the circuit board, and, whatever else. Hey, hey, Lisa, and I can't see anything burned or separated, whatever. And I told him, I said, well, the instruction booklet, not that I needed it, but I went ahead and tried to rely on it. you know, is very nondescript, and there's a lot of terms in there. From I think that machine, is made in India or maybe China and sold to the Indonesian, over on that side of the world. Anyway, it's got a lot of terms in there that I've never heard before, and I've been doing this shit for 20 some odd years, 25 years, something like that. I said it's entirely possible that, you know, based on what I do understand and what I'm reading in this very limited manual, maybe we're, you know, doing the controls wrong or something. I don't know, but let me go research that and feel really bad for the guy because if he had $1,200 to spend, or I could lend him a welding machine of my own, which I can't. Um, you know, he'd be welding in no time. you know, like I said, the dude doesn't have legs. He's in a fucking wheelchair, but he's obviously, very capable of doing things. He's got a garage full of his dad's tools, his passed away father's tools, um, that he has no idea how to utilize. Um, and I can more than help him. I was very impressed with what I saw in that garage. Um, and, basically, no matter what toolbox, he had multiple toolboxes, like 4 or 5 of them. He's got walls, three walls of the garage, right, that are just loaded with fucking chemicals and tools and stuff. And I could go on and on and on and tell you about all of them, all day long. The tools in the tool boxes, what's their purpose, what's their, but I was a little bit heartbroken because at the end of the day, I couldn't actually strike an arc and, just give him a lesson. But, maybe the lesson that needed to be learned was, I don't know, if you can't afford something that does work, maybe you need to hold off a little longer until you can afford something that does. I don't know. I'm still trying to help him. I found I found out who the manufacturer is, and I'm working on trying to get like an actual. There are no videos on YouTube about this in particular brand. I've never heard of this brand before, um, but there has got to be someone somewhere outside of YouTube that has not. I almost want to say fallen for this, but that has had this experience. And by the way, when I took the cover off the welder, and I was looking at all the connections and everything, I did see that there was a burned up conduit over an in particular connection on the negative side of the machine, and it looked to me like it was of course, with most things made in other countries, um, I'm not trying to slam on other countries. It's just their standards are, how can I say, a little bit lacking in my opinion uh, when it comes to these types of things. Uh, the conduit was the rubber conduit had a little bit of a burn on it on the end where the cable terminates to its terminal, which would indicate to me that you know that the unit was tested when QC, quality control, right? It was tested, obviously. It wasn't going to burn the house down or anything like that. It's just it doesn't strike an arc in the most simple process of welding that this machine is capable of. Yes, it did. We don't need to know anything else. Box it up, ship it out the door, right? So obviously at one time it worked, but I could not find, um, and I didn't take the whole thing apart. I don't, it gets complicated. All I can, all I was comfortable with was taking the cover off and looking at the circuit boards, looking for any obvious, this resistor is burned here, this transistor is burned there. You know, um, welding is very complicated. Metallurgy is very complicated. Hang on, guys, I gotta look this All right, sugar. Are you done? Go eat. Anyway, sorry. Welding is very complicated, but it's very simple. You know, do you need AC or DC? I mean, do you have power? At the end of the day, you have a machine and you have two elements. Well, three elements, I guess. You have your work, right? You have a positive and you have a negative. And when you connect all three, if you can't strike an arc, there's something fucking wrong. Um, and who knows what the hell that can be. All right. So, anyways, I was a little disappointed that I couldn't help uh, that dude. He said I helped him a lot just by describing and talking about all the stuff that um, was in his um, garage. Um, you know, I love to talk about anything that I know about, right? So, I was very, very happy about that. So, let me look at but I was disappointed that I wasn't actually able to strike an arc. And then, of course, when he said that, that you know that that he basically doesn't have any recourse. He bought the machine off of eBay. Uh, my impression of what I saw, the machine was never used by the person that sold it off of eBay, right? So he has no recourse. So he's out his money, and I was heartbroken that the machine didn't at least work. I mean, that sucks. That's fucking bullshit. You and because he bought it off of eBay, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that he has no recourse to say that, hey, I bought this product and it doesn't fucking work. Now, I could be wrong, but had he done it on Amazon, it would be different, right? I mean, I don't know. I could be wrong, but you know that made me sick to my stomach. You but I, I I like the guy. I'll try to help him out as much as I can. And you know what? If I have to take his little art project that he took on from a friend of his to my shop, and or to not my shop, but my work. I don't have a shop yet. Uh, if I got to take it up to my work and actually fix what is wrong with this art piece, so that you know he can you know uh, just make him feel better, then by God, I'll fucking do it. I'll do it. Um, but one thing I wanted to say about his dad's old welder, I spent too much time trying to figure out what the hell was going on with the one that he had bought. He's got his dad has got or had, right. I mean, his dad is passed away. He's gone. But he's got what we call a stick, a cracker box. Um, it's not. It's not. It has nothing to do with race or anything like that. It has to do with age. Um, it's an old Lincoln stick welder. I took one look at that thing and saw that thing sitting in the corner. And when I got over there, and by the end of trying to figure out the other welder that he had bought with his disability money, I told him, I said, look, I promise you, I haven't even untangled all the wires. I haven't even tried to fire that old cracker box up, that old Lincoln welder. It's a stick welder. I said, but I promise you this, and I say this with confidence even now. I promise you this. That thing hasn't been used in 35 years or more. I guarantee you. I plug that motherfucker in. I'm gonna be stick welding that damn art piece back together in no time. I promise you that will happen. Uh, unfortunately, I can't guarantee the same thing for what you spent your money on. And he told me, he said, I am just so thankful that you came over. you've told me more about what's just laying around in this garage than I ever even knew. You know, it was nice. It was nice. You know, sometimes in my own life I feel kind of useless, and it's like I'm not useless. you know. Let me catch up on the chat. What's everybody saying? What is everybody saying? And hello everyone and welcome everyone. Thank you for coming in. I was listening to the YouTube a minute ago. I was listening to Dorothy. I was listening to Mander Lynn, and I was listening to Rick Crude. I was listening to all kinds of people that are live right now. And I thought, well, fuck it, I'll just go live. If it was made in China, is there a Chinese community near you guys who might be familiar with that make to help you? You know what? Kiss my axe. I wouldn't know. I do know that there are Vietnamese communities, and it seems to be the Vietnamese specifically, in my opinion, that tend to segregate themselves. Oh, and the Koreans, and the Burbs around here, anyways. You know, so I don't know. I don't know. What I do know though is that I think that that welder was so low cost for that guy, like it was probably less than $300. I do think that he could probably get it diagnosed and get it working for less than $500. But then again, if you do the math, it's like, okay, well, now you're 800 in, right? So why don't you, and I told him this, I said, why don't you call around to this place, this place, this place, you know, the welding supply places that I'm familiar with, because they do sell primarily new machines, but some of them also repair old machines. And sometimes they buy them, you know, from the previous owner, and then they resell them. So, you know, that might be a route that you could go down, you know. So I told him about all that. And, you know, I'll help him. I'll definitely help him if that's the way he decides to go, if he's got the money to do it, you know. Um, because I think it's really fucking cool. I mean, the, again, the guy has no legs, but you know, he's got the same aspirations today, and he's in his, I'm guessing his 50s. I don't know. He's older. I think he's older. Pretty sure he's older than me. But you know, he was asking me about my welding experience, and you know, I was telling him, well, you know, I mean, basically 22 years ago or so, you know, I was a machinist. Um, you know, I worked in sales in high school before that, and then I became a machinist, and you know, the shows on the Discovery Channel over here in the United States. I'm only saying that for you guys, you know, that are not in the U.S. Back in like '99, 2000, you know, Jesse James and American Chopper and all that kind of shit. And my own father was a welder fabricator. Both my grandfathers were machinists. One was a machinist solely, and the other one was a machinist and a electrical engineer. And you know, so I don't know. You know, I wanted to make a smoker. I wanted to do this. I wanted to do that. I wanted to do the other. And to be completely frank with it all, you know, with that kind of experience, I mean, and including my job experience, you know, like I said before, I used to work for the DoD for a reason. You know, didn't have anything to do with law enforcement. Crazy person who thinks that I said I was part of law enforcement. No, I was exactly the opposite. Um, and a criminal too. Fucking whack job. Anyway, whatever. So, um, yeah, you know, I don't know. You know, I just gotta. I have a little bit of a knack for metallurgy, and I have less of a knack for people skills. You know why that is? Because I'm very black and white, and the surface footage of metal, whether you're drilling it, milling it, turning it, broaching it, boring it, tree panning it. It doesn't change. It's always the same. I'm very rudimentary in that way. I tend to see, I tend to see the world in the light of how metal works. Anyways, going off on a tangent. Uh, Too bad Voodoo Queen's not here. She would be like, clown, shut the fuck. Oh, sorry. I kicked myself off. Sorry. Just trying to make my way down the chat. Can you guys hear me? Is everything good? I'm so sorry. I'm gonna get on my phone and get it so I can read the damn chat. Okay, I'm gonna stop fucking with the tablet. Guys, we're not gonna listen to anybody else. You're stuck with me. I hope that's okay. All seven of you. Uh, Hang on. Give me just 1 second. Let me get into the chat. Oh, there goes me. All right, all right, all right, all right. Yeah, I see your funny ass comment down there. Hang on just 1 second. All right, let me get back up. If it was made in China, Chinese. Okay, so all right. Good morning, Green Eyes. Sorry for going backwards here. Green Eyes, hi. Yeah, yeah. I hate Green Eyes. Green Eyes said, I got my money back from eBay, no problem. And PayPal will also cover it. Okay, so, and I saw another comment too. If it's recent, he can claim his money back via eBay or PayPal. I've just done it. Okay, when you say recent, Green Eyes and Kiss My Axe, I asked him, I said, or I asked him, how long have you had this machine? And he said 6 months. So I think I would think that that's too far out of the recent window, but I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't buy stuff off of eBay. I just know that because of this kind of shit, that's an issue. I was gonna say I thought you could get refunded on eBay. I don't know. I don't know if you can. Kiss My Axe asked, has anyone heard from Bam? I've not had a reply to my text, and I'm worried about her. Hope she's okay. This is not a word. Very nice. Same here. Yeah, guys, I don't know what to say about it. Um I have not heard anything either, and I did try to call last night, and I did not get an answer. Um, and I haven't had a message. Um, and all I can say at this point is I agree with the sentiment that I really hope that she's okay. Um, and the other thing is don't forget that she did say, um, I don't know, about a month ago or so, that maybe it could have been 2 months. I can't remember exactly. Don't forget that she did say that she was needing surgery as well. So I don't know. Um, I just pray and hope that she's okay. Um, I don't I don't think it's right that a bunch of people in the quote unquote community or certain communities, as they like to divide themselves into, right? YouTube as a whole is a community, in my opinion. You know, oh, it's not right for this one to be around, but it's okay for these other ones to be around. So I think that's bullshit. Um, all right, he's off and off like a bride's nighty. Yeah, sorry guys, I fucked all that up. Let's see. Much power on my phone. My laptop is playing up. Yeah, it's freezing. Heating is still back then. Oh, sorry. Let's see. It'll take me a few minutes to get through this. Yeah, her heating is down too. Lady Witch said eBay is 30 days, PayPal is 180 days. Oh, so he's screwed on that note for eBay. Green Eyes, old shit boiler. Yeah. There's always something. We have a few months where everything seems to be breaking. Yeah. Oh wait, what did I miss? Oh, okay, okay. My daughter's been for the day. Oh, okay, okay. She's visiting you for the day, setting up. To hear she's back. Sweet. She's 29 in a few weeks. Wow. Well, if you don't mind, Lisa, is that your oldest or your youngest? You don't have to say if you don't want to. It's cool. My oldest is she's 23. It's me 24 here soon. Um, well, I hope if she's watching, she knows we love her. Me too. God, me too. You know, you know what? You know what's crazy? I'm crazy. First off, second off, I I am not a I'm not really an Eric Clapton fan. Um, but you guys know the song Layla, right? Layla, you got me on my knees. Well, that's how I sing it. I like his unplugged version of that Derek and the Dominoes song. I think he did it sometime in maybe the late '90s or early 2000s. I don't know. It could have been like 2010 or something. But he sat down and did a an unplugged version of that song, and I absolutely love it. And I sat down tonight before I went live, and I changed some of the lyrics of it. Like I do play the guitar and I do sing. Um, I don't. I'm not I'm not an aficionado. I'm probably not near um, anywhere near Martin Dehan. I played bass for many years. Uh, if you look at my playlists, which there's very few, um, and I'm working on that. But I was a I was a bass fan. I love Primus. I love any bassists that stand out in the music industry. Um, and I don't know a whole hell of a lot about jazz. Isn't that weird? I get bored. It's like, okay, great, you can improvise. I had a cousin. He died from a brain tumor back in 2008. He was a jazz bassist, and you know, it I don't know. The way he explained it to me was like, well, here's this theory and that theory and the other theory, and you just kind of meander your way through it. It's like, well, yeah, that's fucking. But then again, I was a kid. I was into shit like the Red Hot Chili Peppers, whatever else. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, that song. Let's see, have you listened to his album From the Cradle? It's all blues and absolutely amazing. No, I have not. I ought to give it a shot now that I'm older. But anyways, I changed some of the lyrics, to that song because I made my own guitar solo up. I play by ear. I can't read music. I never have been able to. Um, and you know that's how I pick up the chords and all that. So when it came to time for the solo, I picked up, which is typically for me usually the easiest to pick up and learn from. Any guitar solo, they usually start out in rock and roll or blues anyway, a little bit slow, like they kind of lay a foundation. Anyway, um, so I picked that up, and then I just went from there and made my own up because I figured it would be easier to do that than it would be to sit down and actually, go through his work and try to, uh, mimic what he did. But yeah, I was thinking tonight. I was like, wow, okay, if I got online and you know replaced Layla with Bam Bam, and uh, you know, me with us, would it help anything? That's of course, assuming that something medical hasn't happened. All right, let's see. What do you guys say? Yeah, Tears from Heaven. Let's see. My son plays guitar. You can listen to a song and just play it. Yeah, cannot read music. Yeah, I don't know what it is. It just happens that way. It's like, oh, okay, I know, I know, me being more. For me, it was more bass doesn't always require. Well, bass is a foundation, right? I mean, if you think about bluegrass music, and I know a lot of people they hear a banjo and they think backwards ass dumb dipshits. But that's actually not the case. The guitar, the rhythm guitar, the mandolin, the bass, and sometimes a jug, I guess, actually all constitute the percussion in bluegrass. Because if you really get into bluegrass, you'll realize there's no drummer in bluegrass. There's no such thing as drums. There's no toms. There's no bongos. None of that. Um, yeah, Doc Watson is one of my favorites. Yeah, so all those instruments combined together actually make the percussion, right? Um, but but really, what the percussion is, and I don't know if this is true. This is just my take on it. Right? That the percussion is actually the foundation. And when you look at rock and roll, uh, specifically, and even blues in most cases, um, the percussion and the bass, specifically tied to each other, um, are the foundation. Just like the mandolin and the banjo and the guitar, they how they all tie together. I don't think backwoods hick until I hear the spoons, and no shade there because I enjoy that too. All right. You know what? I agree with that, which I feel the same way. Yeah, Green Eyes. Yeah, Tears from Heaven. That was about his son that fell out of a window. About I think about maybe 6 or 7 years before that happened, my half brother fell out of a window. Um, it fucking happens. Parents open windows in their apartment buildings or whatever, and the kid goes and presses on the screen, not knowing, and they fall right out. And I'm pretty sure that's kind of the same circumstance under which Eric Clapton lost his son. But yeah, but my half brother lived. So yeah, it brings tears to my eyes too. Yes, that's right. See, he used to play "Sweet Child of Mine" really well. Yep, one of my favorite songs. Oh my God, one of my favorite rock albums ever. "Appetite for Destruction." It's a good one and good one. Yes, my granddad used to play the spoons. I can't even play a jawbone. Like I couldn't figure out how a jawbone. A famous YouTuber just died recently. A dude from Norway. Can't remember his name. Never saw his videos before today, or not today, but last week. Um, he showed me in the last week how to play the jawbone. Been trying to figure that out for 40 years. I have a friend that does KMA's fixture around town for the festivals and stuff. Talking about I guess the spoons. Very high incidence of children falling from windows in China. Yeah, okay. 1991, his son died from the 50. Oh God, yeah. My brother only fell from the second floor, landed on his hands and knees, and broke no bones. So thank God. I know he's thankful he lived. Yeah. 91. Wow. So I guess if that happened in 91, I guess my brother he fell out of that window in 80, 86. Had to have been 86 or 87 then. Yeah, yeah, because I was 10 years old. Yep, that's right. So yeah, 87. Had to have been 87. Wow. I know, right? It's when we am I wrong in this? When we were younger, you know, you you, you think that the days and you speak in such a way that things last forever, and then the more you age, you're like, no, you blink your eyes, and the next thing you know, your kids are not only have they gone through junior high, high school, and college, but then they're married, having their own kids, they're doing this, they're doing that, they're doing the other, and I mean, is that Jawbone player called Jordan Love? No. Mm, hang on a second. Hang on a second. I'm gonna dip out of the chat. I've got you guys on my tablet, but I'm gonna dip out on my phone. I'll find it. Hang on just one second. Let me find it. He was called. Give me one second. YouTuber dies frozen lake. Okay, his name was Apator or Apator. I don't know. You spell it Apetor. Um, he had he had he had like 2 million subscribers. Um, his videos were he I don't know he didn't he I don't know how to explain it. He gave a lot of people he gave a lot of people a lot of joy by the simplicity of his videos. Oh, sorry, Abby. And he didn't. Sometimes he would speak English. Sometimes he would speak Norwegian. Um, I don't know. There, it's like there was a point to the videos, but then there wasn't a point to the videos. I don't know. Um, he was a yeah. Check him out. He just died this year, right at his 57th birthday. It was very sad, very sad. Um, you know, I don't know. I don't want to call him your typical Norwegian because I don't know anything about Norway. But he, I tell you what, if that dude is your typical Norwegian, I give him two thumbs up. I don't know what else to say about that guy. Um, and good on him for bringing so many people so much joy. I don't know that he was a controversial figure. I don't think it was like that. Um, he just got out and enjoyed life and filmed himself doing so. Um, he also liked to take baths uh, in the cold, in the extreme cold, and would film himself doing it, and then taking a few shots of vodka or half a bottle of vodka. I don't know. He, I, that's Lady Witch. That's between his 50. That was right before his 57th birthday. He died. His 57th birthday was Thanksgiving week. I think it was November 23rd. And that he's not dead post video was posted like a couple days before. Um, he's definitely dead. There's articles, you can Google it. There's articles in the Norwegian news about his 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 death. They did manage to find him and rescue him. I don't know if somebody witnessed it. I haven't checked it in like a week, but they obviously thought that they could save his life. Um, so they care flighted or airlifted him to a hospital, and he wasn't pronounced dead until he got to the hospital. But he had been underwater too long. Yeah. Oh, and of course it's YouTube, right? I mean, there's a lot of people that are like, there's no way he can be dead. Like, there's no way that guy can die. Well, he did. He was ice skating on a lake, and the ice cracked, and he fell through, and he drowned. He wasn't a. He definitely wasn't an inexperienced um, person when it came to his environment and his nature. He wasn't a reckless person. Um, I don't know why he was drinking all that vodka, but I don't know. That was just part of his personality. Kiss my ex. Ice dipping is absolutely normal. LOL. Yeah, I get it. I don't know. I know one thing. I'm sitting out here on our patio, and it's like, let me check and see what temperature it is. It's 48. Oh, oh my god, it's 39 degrees Fahrenheit, which I think it's less in Celsius. So what is that minus there? So it's like, I don't know, like 9 degrees Celsius. I mean, I can see my breath. My hands are fucking freezing. My nose is freezing. I ain't getting in a fucking, uh, you know, room temperature, if you will, bathtub full of fucking cold ass water. I don't. I mean, kudos to that guy. Hey, I ain't doing that. I can't do that. I'll fucking, uh, I'll become hypothermic and die. Oh no, Green Eyes, are you serious? Oh, Michael Nesmith. Oh man, you know, I said this to Kiss My Axe yesterday that I was going to go live tomorrow morning and read my Google feed. And I know we've had our conversations about how Google is reading your mind. That did not come up in my fucking Google feed. Un, uh, well, so who's left? Mickey Dolans and Peter Tork. Unless Peter Tork has died and I didn't know. Come on, come on. I'm sorry. I had to go out and get Abby. Do you want to go inside or are you going to? Okay. She's making her mind up. Let's see. 33 Celsius here. Well, is it not your winter time, Green Eyes? Thought, thought, or there. There. Okay. Yep, Mickey is the only one left. Okay, so I guess Peter Tork. When did Peter Tork die? Uh, one who did the hardest drugs and the booze lives the longest. Oh, good lord. So what does that mean? Who's going to die first, Ringo or Paul? Um, Green Eyes, according to Google, it's 3 here. Lady Witch is at 3 degrees Celsius. Because I know where you are. Uh, no, summer, opposite time to you guys. Oh wow, lucky you. Actually, I'm a hypocrite. I bitched about summer all year long. Uh, all not all year, but all summer long. I kind of wish it was like 85 right now. 38 F. So Lady Witch and I, uh, yeah, we've pretty much got the same temperature outside right now. She might have more snow on the ground. Simples, you can't come in here and say that because we don't know if you're talking about Fahrenheit or Celsius. Oh shit. Hang on, guys. Hello. Okay, babe. No, I have not eaten. No, I mean, yeah, that's up to you. I mean, I can eat. I mean, if you're hungry, then yeah, sure, and I'll just take the normal or whatever. But if you don't, if you're not, then don't worry about it because I can just eat something um, in the house. Okay. All right. Love you too. Bye. Sorry, guys. Hey, simples. September, October, November, spring, December, January, February, summer. Oh my God. I would be so fucking turned around in Australia. It's crazy. Used to watch the monkeys every Saturday when I was a kid. Yeah, well, not when I was a kid. Obviously, it was reruns when I was a kid, but yes, I loved their TV show, um, and I loved their music, although it wasn't their music, but well, for the most part, um, Michael Nesmith probably was more instrumental in the writing of all of their music than any of the other members were. Um, God, I'm a believer. Last Train to Clarksville. I don't know. Name some other ones. I don't know. Good stuff. There's one pair, teddy bear bedding, and I'm also unintentionally wearing a dog. Daydream Believer, another good one. Yeah, yeah. Oh yes, yes, yes. Well, I'm trying to think. What was the name of the one where? Uh, oh, well, you guys already put it in my head. I'm a believer. Yeah, I'm a believer. Uh, but what was the one? What was the one where he's talking about the old man mowing his lawn? All the houses look the same. Oh, it's gonna drive me batshit crazy because I am such a music snob. I should know this right off the top of my head. Um, oh, I'm relying on you guys. I wonder why PJ listen have no cat. She's on her phone. Cats are like that. They're like, I'm gonna go do my thing over here, and I'm gonna watch you doing your thing over there. That's what I'm. If I'm not choosing to sleep. Cat, Cats are like, I am the definition of ambivalence, and if you have a problem with that, I'm going to blink my eyes at you. Pleasant Valley. It's another Pleasant Valley Sunday. It's another Pleasant Valley Sunday. Right, right. There you go. Thank you. Kiss my axe. You win the prize. Yep, Lady Witch, Pleasant Valley Sunday. That's right. Another good one. Another good one. You know, for for what they say about the monkeys being manufactured teeny bop music, it was good music. It really was. Like it was. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how much it rivaled the Beatles, obviously, because I wasn't alive back then. But it was good. I don't think it was as good as the Beatles. I love the Beatles a lot more, just from a like to get stoned and groove to a beat standpoint. But well, then the title goes to Lady Witch. Yep, Lady Witch got it. Lady Witch, you win the prize. It's a good song. Very good song. uh, when I was younger, which was 20 years after a lot of this music appeared on the scene. Uh, I was a Doors fan. I loved the Doors. I don't know. To me, they were so different, so much more eclectic in their use of the instruments that were so readily available to other artists at the time. Monkeys, double deckers. I have not heard the double deckers. I have heard a little bit of the banana splits. No flashing blade. Saturday MTV. At least you have a dog to use as a stole to keep you. David, yeah, right. Yeah, she's got Cooper on there, and actually, he kind of well, did Davy Crockett didn't. It wasn't because Cooper's black and white, right? Davy Crockett's hat was a squirrel. I thought. See this animal? I'm gonna wear it as a hat. Did you hear that, Abby? I would never do that to Abby, but let's see. Some people love the banana splits. Yeah, I don't know about the banana splits. You guys are gonna have to educate me on that or on them. MRB is currently doing her live from ED. Sounds like she has a cold. What's ED? What is the what's the ED? What's ED at a hospital? Oh God, right? Is if it's the hospital, is she at the is she there because of Jimmy or Is she there because of what possibly Dorothy is saying about her? Who knows? No comment. Yeah, right. Yeah. Oh, what a mess. What a mess. Okay, did any of you see the shit that was happening between Benny Keys and Molly at Don Wells' property? Oh, she can't. So she's there. So she's so it's her that's in there. Like she's the one. And what is she live streaming her fucking treatment? What the hell? Yeah, kiss my axe. Listen, I don't watch any of them either. I just watch the clip channels that are like, oh my god, here's Molly doing this, here's Skeezy doing that. And by the way, Benny, if this gets out to you, I hope somebody clips this and sends you the timestamp or whatever the fuck you need. Um, put a belt on. How are you gonna fight with somebody, including Molly Golightly, if one of your hands has to hold your pants up while the other hand holds your fucking cigarette? You know what I mean? And how big of a man do you feel walking down the driveway of some people that on land where you don't live, you were just visiting, and telling a woman that you're going to beat her ass if she sets one toe or one lip or one nipple or one whatever the fuck of her, you know, come on, dude. You, you give men in general, all men, right, in general, a bad fucking name. You're not a man, dude. You're not a man. You were coked up or methed up or whatever the fuck you were. And you made a fucking fool of yourself. And those fake ass tears that you were crying on your way back home after the Wells probably kicked you the fuck off their property. I mean, come on, dude. Listen, all I know is this. I look forward to running into you at the 7-Eleven at the corner of Park and Jupiter. That's all I'll say. Uh, well, I was hoping that Molly and those other people would be arrested. But when I saw what I saw uh, online, I couldn't help but think, wow, these, you know, I couldn't help but wonder, was this scripted? But I don't know. Maybe there really are people like Penny that think that's a good idea. What's the matter, Abby? No, guess my ex. Uh, he's like me. He's both fat and skinny at the same time. You got to turn him 90 degrees. Lady Witch, right? So yeah, you heard her Molly go. Do you want a crazy contest? Because I guarantee you I'll win. Well, I don't know if you're going to win, Molly, in the hills of Tennessee, but HR Puff and Snuff. Yeah, she was she, she reverse sneezing. Uh, I have a problem with him walking down a hill that he doesn't own or belong to, and telling her that she's as fat as he's always envisioned her. That's that's some. First off, that's low life trolling. Second off, uh, you know, that's in real life trolling, and because it's weak online, in my opinion, it's even weaker in real life. Um, I don't know. And again, you know, what was that movie? Damn it, I can't remember. I can't remember the name of it. What was that movie where it was the four cowboys? And the dude said, "I'd never trust a man who doesn't trust his own pants," because the guy was wearing both a belt and suspenders. I mean, you know, clearly Benny doesn't trust his own pants because he can't let go of them, can't hold them up. I mean, he wants to sit there and say that one dude is shaking, but you can't fight. You don't you don't have any trust in your own pants because you're holding them up. So you're the stupid one. You in my mind, you don't I don't know. You don't trust your own you can't even hold your pants up. Hold your pants up. I mean, what's your comeback going to be to that, Benny? Um, you were trying to act like an idiot or be an idiot. I don't even know. I can't even imagine. You know, all I know is this: if you're going to fight, you want your pants up. If you're going to run, you want your pants up. Many episodes of Cops and many episodes of any MMA fighting. I've never seen a single MMA fighter or a wrestler, which is fake, by the way. Sorry, Rick Crude. I've never seen one of them, any of them get in the ring or, try to swallow crack or whatever the fuck the case is on television. I've never seen any of the ones that were willing to fight, you know, have a problem with whatever was going down um, with baggy pants. Never seen that. All the only people I've seen get caught on Cops were the ones with baggy pants. And it's funny to me when they were baggy, they were like, "Well, these pants are fucking hampering me," so they pulled them up and then they took off. So, I don't know. Just saying, man. You might want to maybe Don can lend you a belt. You know, I don't know. I mean, I'll tell you. I'll say this. I bet you Molly's pants fit. You know what I mean? Like, I bet you she was ready to run the fuck away. You weren't. So, I don't know. All right. Have a good night, Lisa. Good night. Sweet dreams. Rest well. Night, Lisa. He tripped for views. Yeah, I don't know. Did he do that for views, or did he does he actually believe that? I don't even know. I really don't. You know, to be honest with you, I know exactly where he lives. I know exactly where he stays. Um, I'm in that neighborhood often. I really want to. I want to catch that motherfucker in the 7-Eleven. You know what I mean? While he's live streaming, not wearing his mask, complaining and fake crying about um, people not wearing their masks or whatever the fuck, you know, and push him around a little bit. I really want to. Uh, my problem is, see, he and I have two different problems, but they're the same problem. My problem is I have a job to go do, and he doesn't have a job. I don't rely on YouTube um, for for my sustenance, I guess, and he does. Um, so in my mind, it would kind of be like picking on a child. You know, he's a child. That dude is my age. You know, he's my age, but clearly, you know, he's on a different path than I have in my life. You know, not so much so that I'm so successful or whatever. Don't get me wrong. You know, I do have a record, but my record is I don't have any. I have one conviction, and that's a DUI conviction. Although I was charged with, you know, at one time in my life, I was charged with a felony. Um, but you know, I did my time. I got my what is it? The God damn it, I can't remember. Uh, Deferred adjudication, and that's no longer on my record. You know, I didn't plead guilty and I didn't plead innocent. And what the state said was that you know, if you don't continue to fuck up, then we'll, you know, you're not convicted. So I wasn't convicted. You know, he on the other hand has an entire body, right? Like his entire body is nothing but prison tattoos. I have no prison tattoos because I didn't go to prison. You know, so because I didn't go to prison, I wasn't convicted. So, you know, I don't know. I think that dude. Um, I think he's an idiot, and he wants to call all these other people pussies and all that shit. No, he's a pussy. Uh, he really is a pussy. You know, I don't understand why he thinks it's okay to, you know, beat up and threaten women. It's not like Molly went to his house. Maybe Molly should go to his house. Hey, Molly, come here to Plano, Texas. I'll take you right to. I'll take you right to his house. We'll have a good old time. Well, we probably won't because I think you're full of shit. Yeah, I don't know how any female could support him, even though I think Molly is full of shit after the threats he made. beat up a woman. I'm gonna beat your ass if you step one toe on this property. Okay. Well, make no sense to me. Well, all right, y'all. I'm about ready to get off here. Abby is yeah, yeah, I agree, Lady Witch. I mean, yeah, that dude has definitely got some issues. Anyway, I want to get off here. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for you know listening, and stay warm, everybody. And I hope to I think tomorrow morning. What was that about Eddie Izzard? I don't know. I don't know, Simples. I'm not sure. But listen, tomorrow morning, I'm thinking about going live. I'm going to talk to Voodoo Queen when she gets home. She's going to be home very soon, and I think we can talk about whatever we talked about tonight, tomorrow as well. But I want to just go through my ridiculous Google feed. My Google feed. When I click on the Google thing, and just go through the way this idiot, not you guys, right? Just the way this idiot sees things, because a lot of people, right, out there in the YouTube land and wherever else, I mean, they're probably out there in fucking Twitter and whatever else going. How the this motherfucker said this and that and the other and blah blah blah. Hey, look, I mean, that's all fine and good. I don't give a fuck. I mean, the internet exists, platforms exist. I don't give a shit. But you know, I do want to talk about my Google feed. So, and I do know that the majority of my audience is overseas, and I want to do it at a time on a day when they can listen, and not maybe learn something. I'm not that fucking arrogant. I'm an idiot. You know what I mean? We're not talking about sweating the pipes for your boiler in your fucking house. You know what I mean? Unless you want to talk about that, and I'll try to help you all day long. But for the most part, that's not going to happen. Anyways, yeah, thinking about going live in the morning, just you know, doing that for the convenience of everyone that doesn't want to stay up till 4 fucking a.m. I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all for that. Yeah, just well, fuck, I'm not staying up till fucking 4 a.m. I mean, when Bam was live and I woke up at 4 a.m. and she had been going all night or maybe just started, then I was like, well, fuck yeah. But I'm not making the transition from midnight to 4 a.m. Yeah, yeah, U.S. Central Standard Time to do that. So, I'm not gonna do that. No, fuck that shit. I can't. I want to sleep. Sun goes down. I want to go to bed. I'm crotchety. I'm not old. I'm not gonna. But I am crotchety. When the sun goes down, I want to go to sleep. Hope none of you hate me for that. Anyways. All right. Uh, Good night, you guys, and I really appreciate you being here and listening to me just ramble on about this bullshit. Yeah, thanks, guys.